Hello and welcome. This is Japan, and we are going to do a AEW Revolution uh, preview slash prediction video. Honestly, this is a pretty long and stacked card, so I'm going to probably steamroll through the first couple matches because there's a lot. Now, I think there's only one 0 hour match, and the rest of them are actually part of the pay per view. I could be wrong about that. It's honestly kind of crazy when you think about it, if that's going to be the case. But yeah, let's just jump into it. So the 0 hour match is Orange Cassidy, Big Boom AJ, and Mark Briscoe, which is just uh, interesting thing to say that Big Boom AJ is in that match against Johnny TV and MMM Collection. Honestly, I love MMM, and I think Johnny TV is also the more like Ring of Honor people, but kind of getting this little bit of extra spotlight. I don't mind it. I think this match would be kind of a fun match, but I think Orange Cassidy's team's going to win. I think obviously having the celebrity on their team too, or I guess celebrity's a loose term, but yeah, it's going to be, I think, a win there. Then the next match, I have no clue the order of this. I'm just basing it off of the picture that they have. Is the AEW Continental Championship, which is Azuchika Okada versus Brody King. I think this is going to be a pretty interesting match, but I don't think Okada's going to lose here. He's been pretty unstoppable with the title, and I don't see this being, something huge. Like, having like the ability that something's going to happen. I have a feeling he's still kind of destined to kind of be around Kenny Omega sooner than later. So I don't think him losing the title here makes a lot of sense. But yeah, so I think Okada wins. Then we have MGF versus Hangman Adam Page. This is honestly like just been a decent rivalry match. It's basically on the card just because of the name recognition, former champions kind of just doing their own thing on the side. I think this is probably going to be a match that's probably sets up another one, if not another two. I think that they kind of have that. I think they're trying to get Adam Page back to being like technically like a baby face. I don't really know. It's a weird thing that they're trying to do here, but I feel like MGF wins here so they can have another match at some point. But it's kind of a throw up when you have like a kind of a trilogy of matches. That first one always kind of goes to, I guess, the heel in the case, so then the babyface gets a chance to do it. But I honestly don't know if you count Hangman Adam Page's babyface at the moment. And then we had the AEW World Tag Team Champions. It's the Outrunners versus the Hurt Syndicate. I don't think they're pulling the belts off the Hurt Syndicate anytime soon. I think they got, they wanted this big boost of like showing that former WWE talent is going to have a nice spot here and be pulled to big spots. The same thing that WWE's done to AEW talent. So I don't see them losing the titles here. I think they have a lot in this Hurt Syndicate that they're holding on to. So I think they don't want to mess it up. They might even have like Cedric Alexander debut if didn't he? Yeah, he got released by WWE, and I could see him possibly debuting if he's out of his non-complete. The Heroes are a fun team, but I don't see them giving them that type of just like grab the ball and go. Then we get Swerve Strickland versus Ricochet. This is the number one contender match for the AEW Championship, I think is what I was told. I think it's going to be Swerve just because of that. If this was just kind of their normal thing, I just don't think you can. I don't think Ricochet's at that spot, but I mean, I guess it depends on how long they think Moxley's going to have it, or does Copeland, does Cope win? So yeah, I think Swerve here is it's Swerve's house, so he's got to do that. Then we have the TBS Championship, which is Mercedes Moné versus Momo. I really want Momo to win, but I don't. It's not gonna happen. I mean, Mercedes Moné just has absolute control of everything, and she's not losing her titles here. I think if they're gonna set it up, it'll be like to a bigger person like Jamie Hayter, who will take all four titles off of her or something. If this had like the pink belt involved, I could possibly see there would be a better shot, but Momo's not gonna be part of AEW, and she's just kind of wrestling here, so I don't see her. Same, it was like the same thing with Yuka a couple weeks ago with Mercedes Money. Is like there's not really a big chance it's going to happen because they're not in AEW and they're not, probably going to stay here for long. Then we have a steel cage match, which is Will Ospreay versus Kyle Fletcher. I think this would be an absolute crazy match, but I think Will Ospreay wins. I mean, they've been building up Ospreay again to make another big run at something, and I can't see him tripping up here. Then we have which is actually the match I'm out of all this card looking forward to the most, which is Takeshita versus Kenny Omega for the AEW International Championship. I could really see them giving it to Kenny Omega here, but Takeshita's just been on a roll since the day one of this year. He's been all over different promotions and doing stuff. The only reason why you have him lose here is that you're thinking that he's not going to make it here as much as he is with his Japanese events. So it would be a good person to pull the belt off of. So I think I'm gonna go with Kenny Omega. I think Kenny Omega wins here, then maybe sets up a match later against Okada to maybe unify the belts or for like a big pot. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I think that's kind of where they're looking at. Either way, I think this match is going to be the best match of the night. Then we have the AEW Championship Women's Title match, which is Toni Storm versus Marissa May as like a rematch and all that. I don't think they pull the belt right off of Toni Storm again, but I don't know. It feels like their back and forth could easily, determine that like you could do another quick championship and maybe give May a better run. I'm gonna go with May here. I don't honestly believe that they're gonna do that, but I think it's probably the best for storyline because they just go back and back and forth, even if it's just a couple extra title reigns here and there. I think that will give May a better shot to have a better second run than she had that first run. But that's maybe just wishful thinking that they give her that second chance. Then next up, and I guess will be the main event, is Jon Moxley versus Adam Copeland for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. The way that they've been like doing Moxley and the whole like Death Riders and stuff, I think this would be the fitting end to like if they really are doing that story to have Adam Copeland win. I believe Moxley should win, but that's just me personally. I think he's the better name. He's the better wrestler right now. But obviously they've been pushing Cope so much on everybody that I think it could possibly happen here. I'm not really sure on the AEW stuff on like their premium live events of like which one's major. I don't know if Revolution's as high of a run. I know like some of them are like the like All In obviously and stuff like that. But I guess I'm gonna go with Copeland here. I feel like we have both titles change. I don't know. I think we just be a little spicy here and change the whole landscape. I think it would be also very good with Adam Copeland versus Swerve Strickland right after that. I don't think whoever has it a super long time, so it's just borrowed time to give it back to Swerve. At least that would be my wishful thinking because I think Swerve was a really good champion, and I'd like to see him get his second title run. But yeah, don't forget to watch it this weekend. It's be on Sunday, March 9th. I'll be doing a review on it the day afterwards, so we'll see how good it is. It's going to be a load show. That's the only problem. I'm not a big fan. I'm just, I don't know. Not a big fan of it. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.